Introduction. Most companies nowadays want their workers to work with efficiency. Okay, they want them to be more competitive. A good example of this could be, for example, a fast food restaurant that tries to minimize the amount of effort that their employees have to perform when they need to grab things maybe from the counter and serve the food to the customers. Okay, because we know that this is going to directly affect the service time. It's going to directly affect how they work and how comfortable they're going to be, and maybe even how many times they're going to go to the doctor because of back problems if they put the food maybe very low or very high. Okay, so by doing these type of things, we're trying to achieve different goals. We're trying to increase the productivity, and we're trying to reduce the amount of costs of any company. When it comes to building applications or building automated systems for any company, we always have to strive to do the same thing. What we want is we want to have more efficiency with less problems or less effort, less human effort. So today we're going to see a good example of this. There's lots of different activities that could be performed by humans, by people, but we could also have them performed by the system automatically. So each time we design an application, we're going to have to ask ourselves, what would be best? To have someone do this, or could I actually have the system do this for someone? Okay, and avoid human intervention. So, as it says here as an example, who would be the better manager? The one who's actually pushing his employees to work harder, or the one who is improving how their employees are working, maybe automating things that they really shouldn't be doing, or it's not necessary for these employees to be doing. So all the activities that could be performed by the system with no human intervention should be automated. This is in any application, in any process, anywhere where we can see something could be done by the system, we're going to want to use system effort, okay, not human effort. There's all kinds of different system tasks. Today we're going to talk about the notifier system task and all of its different functions. So later on during the course, we're going to see all of them. And we're going to learn that each one of these different types of system tasks has several functions. Okay. Right now we're going to see the functions of the notifier system task. Okay, so basically what a notifier system task does is automate the delivery of data to someone or to lots of people. Okay, we've got different types. For example, notify to external and employee users is going to allow us to send information to your workflow, to the list of your tasks. So you can see that information. It's not editable. It's not the same as receiving a task, because when you receive a task, you actually have to interact with it. And when you receive a notification, all it is just information that you have to see. Okay, that's the difference between a human task where you actually have to perform an activity and a notifier system task. Basically, what it's going to do is going to show you some information, and that's all. We can show the information in the portal with this function. We can show the information via email with this other function. We could show this information via SMS, so we could send it to cell phones, or we could also send it to the auto portal application. So if we install the application in our phone, we could also receive these notifications. There's a difference here in these notifications because unless someone subscribes to these notifications, they're not going to receive them. In all of these other notifications, basically what we're going to do is we're going to tell the system, at this point, deliver this bit of information to this person or to all these people. And the system is going to do it, and they're all going to receive that information. But in this case, in this scenario, if we're using this type of notification, it's the addressee, the person who's going to receive this information, who has to decide if they want to subscribe to those types of notifications. So unless they've subscribed, they're not going to receive anything. Okay, so even though we've configured this type of notification, we set it up in the system. If later on the person who is supposed to receive this information doesn't subscribe to the notification, they're not really going to receive it. Then there's another feature. It's called confirm email. This is something we'll see later. It allows us to confirm. Uh, let's say we receive an email. In this email, we have to make a confirmation, and based on this confirmation, we can redirect the flow in a process in one direction or another one. Okay. And then this last one is check login. Basically, what we're going to do, we're going to send some information. So one line of text, and the system is going to check this field, and it's going to ensure, or it's going to try to find if there's any user in the system that has this information as a login. If it finds it, it's going to give us back all the information of that user. If it doesn't find it, it's going to tell us that there's no user with that information. An interesting feature of these notifications is that well, in different scenarios, we can set this up so once someone doesn't have internet access, they can still access the information of the processes on their phone. So lots of times when we receive a notification, for example, via email, the notification is already downloaded to our phone. So once we have it in our phone, we can use it. We don't have to be connected to internet to be able to see that information.